By the way, I heard over the weekend that this Sunday is National Tight End Day, so in honor of that, we do need to point out Cade Otton. As you mentioned, some big catches down the stretch. He finished with 8 for 100 yards, and Mark Andrews broke the tie that he had forged last week with Todd Heap, the former Ravens tight end, for the most receiving touchdowns in franchise history. The record had been 41. Last night, Andrews got number 42 and number 43 as part of the 41-point outburst, Devin, by the Baltimore Ravens.
Well, number 43 was fun to watch because they're in the huddle and they're deciding to go for it. And you see him and Isaiah Likely, first, Andrews is running off, and then Likely's like, hold on, I think you're supposed to stay in. And they kind of have like this look in the middle of the field, and then Likely runs off, Andrews stays in, and he gets Jordan Whitehead really good on a route at the line of scrimmage, and he's wide open after that. And you sit there and, the talk of before the season, early part of the season was, hey, Mark Andrews, he's coming off that bad ankle injury last year. Then he gets into a car accident early. Is he just not the same? This young guy, Isaiah Likely, is really taking off. Maybe they need to just play him. Next thing you know, you look at Mark Andrews, you're like, nope, he's still a really good player now. They have 2 tight ends that you have to think about being in the game and have to try to stop with also chasing this guy, Lamar Jackson. So it's really fun to see Mark Andrews continue to play at this high level. And the second touchdown, it was, as a former defensive back, I hated to see it, but it was a beauty the way he got open on that play in the end zone.
And he's had 2 great games back-to-back. It was after the win in Week 6 that he told me this is basically a pick-your-poison offense. And there was a lot of poison being forced on the Buccaneers last night. They didn't get to pick. They got both types of it. Once they were up 10-0, and I started thinking, holy crap, the Bucs might pull this off. Maybe the Ravens don't have it tonight. Maybe it's one of those nights where they're flat, low energy, like Aaron Rodgers said about the Jets on Sunday night. The energy was there, thanks to Lamar Jackson. And that's one of the things that I think, before we wrap up our assessment of this, I think that is a sign of a quarterback's overall maturity. I always look to see who are the guys that won't accept maybe it's not our night. Because I think a lot of young quarterbacks can slip into that temptation. You know what, this just isn't going to be, you can't win them all. And refuse to accept that and say, no. It is our night. And we're gonna start it right now. Because it felt like that's what the Ravens did once they fell behind by 10.
And it's fun seeing Lamar Jackson out there because we talk about some of these other quarterbacks and we watch them, whether it's like Aaron Rodgers and it's the towel over your face or it's the body language at different parts of the game. Lamar Jackson just looks so confident and comfortable. They're showing him, the Bucs jump out to a 10-point lead. They take the field. You can see the diamonds on his teeth shining as he has his grilling last night. And it's just a sense of, guys, like, we're okay. We're going to put together a nice drive. We're going to go down the field. They score a touchdown and take it to 10-7. Then they get the turnovers, 10 straight points. And it's just like this calmness about him. And I think it's year 2 with Todd Monken as the offensive coordinator. It's the belief in having Derrick Henry. It's having all these different weapons, pick your poison, of Lamar Jackson saying, hey, we're always in control. We're always ready to go. We'll figure it out as the game goes on. And I think we even saw that opening night in Kansas City. Even though they fell short, we saw him play with this edge. And Jason Garrett continues to say it. There just seems to be this look in his eyes of, I'm going to finish this. I need to do something. I need to make sure this game comes down to the ball's in my hands and I get to make the decision of whether we win or lose. And it just felt like he had that last night when they kept getting the ball back. It became like, hey, there's no doubt he's going to take this team down the field and they're going to score points. And the only thing that held them back really throughout the night was the time they got penalties in the red zone and knocked them back into these, 3rd and goals from the 30-yard line was the only reason they didn't score more touchdowns, because they were unstoppable once they got going.
And I didn't intend to ever go here, but you led me there. And I'll just put it this way. well, Aaron Rodgers has become fascinating to watch this year on the sideline and his overall demeanor. Whether it's the L that was in blood on his hand last week in the loss to the Bills, and I don't want to be graphic about this. There's video evidence out there that he possibly was paying homage to Spalding from Caddyshack. If you don't know what I mean, Google Caddyshack. Watch Caddyshack if you haven't, because it's an awesome movie. But there was one specific moment on Sunday night where it's entirely possible that the bet paid off on whether Aaron Rodgers did the thing that Spalding did in Caddyshack. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.